Welcome to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the Tier 2 American light tank, the T7 combat car. It's a premium tank and was actually a gift for the Golden Joystick Award that Wargaming won in 2013, about the middle of the year. So if you started after that, you probably won't be able to get a hold of this tank. But everyone else would have it and has probably sold it by now, as I was going to, because I thought it was a heap of crap. But I've played a bit more in it and I'm kind of liking it now. It's a bit of a challenge to play, but it can be a bit of fun. It has 150 hit points, weighs from 10 to 12 tons, 260 horsepower, which is quite a lot for a tank of this weight. Speed limit of 38.6, which is slow for a tank of this with this amount of power, although it's still not bad. Traverse speed of 44, which is very good. And that speed of 38.6, yeah, it's a bit slow, but I found that it still goes quite well up hills. It doesn't slow down a lot up hills. It's still got good power up hills, so that's good at least. Now hull armor, 15 at the front, 12 on the side, and 6 on the rear. And the turret armor is 12 all around. The front armor is sloped, and you'll bounce some shots from other tanks that have guns as poor as this one. So you'll bounce some shots, but yeah, not against tanks that have much sort of power. The turret traverse is 24, which I've found it feels quite slow, the turret traverse on this tank. And the view range is 280, which is not very good, and the signal range is 325, which is kind of normal at this tier. The thing about the gun though is it has fantastic gun depression and elevation. The gun depression, it's got to be 20 degrees. It's just incredible, the gun depression, and the elevation is huge. 35 degrees maybe. It's awesome. It's a great hill fighter. Unfortunately, tier 2 you don't get a lot of chance to fight on hills. We do have hills, but people just don't fight the way on them that they do in higher tiers. But it is a fantastic hill fighter from that point of view. The gun, let's have a look at the gun. I'll talk about the camouflage first while I'm here. Camouflage is not great for a light tank. It's kind of camouflage. Is not its thing. Now let's have a look at this gun. So being a premium tank, there's nothing to upgrade on this tank. So the gun you get is the gun you got. It's a 50 cal machine gun. It has a 50 shell magazine. It fires those shots in a burst of 5 at once. So every time you click the mouse, you shoot 5 rounds. So you got 10 5-round bursts in a magazine. Then you need to reload. The reload takes 24 seconds, which is a fairly long time. The time of single shell loading is 0.13, so it fires very, very quickly. You have 4 to 5 rounds a second, so you chew through the rounds. Average penetration of those rounds is 22 millimeters, which is very poor, and you'll have a lot of difficulty penetrating a lot of tier 2s. Some of the tier 2s, you can penetrate them, and then 1 or 2 rounds out of 30 rounds will penetrate, and I only do 8 damage each. So yeah, I think that's why a lot of people sold it. It's very tough to penetrate people. T18s can be almost impossible to penetrate unless you're hitting them from behind. From the side you can track them, and from behind you can, if you put enough rounds into them, do some damage. But from the front, you just pretty much forget about it. There's a few tanks like that. It's very hard to pin. So it's not a 1 versus 1 stand in front of them and blast kind of tank. Accuracy of 0.53 is terrible, especially at range. It just sprays rounds everywhere. Aiming time of 1.7 is very good, I think. What else can I tell you about it? You need to... One, it's a good hill fighter, so you pop over a hill, take some shots and pop back. It's good at that. Other than that, you really need to get behind people. Unfortunately, there's a lot of fast light tanks at this level, and it's difficult to get to the back of a lot of tanks. So you have to be very sort of clever and try and flank people and get to their back. So it is a challenging tank to play. And I guess that's a bit of fun too, because at the lower tiers, there aren't a lot of real good players, so I guess you're able to test your skill and see if you can outflank people. And if higher tier players play this tank at level 2, good players play at level 2, it at least gives them a challenge and gives people on the other team a chance as well. But if you're kind of person who's really worried about your win rate, then you probably won't want to be driving this tank too much. Now, on my replays, I have for you first up, I've got a little compilation of a bunch of me just shooting at tanks, and what that's designed to is give you a chance to see what kind of tanks it penetrates and what kind of tanks it doesn't penetrate. Then I've got 3 games for you, a couple of pretty good games, and then one really good game where I got my mastery badge, which is a good one to see. Other than that, it being a premium tank, it does earn some extra credits, and means that you can, if you decide you're going to go heavily into light tanks in the American tier, you can train your other light tank crew in this tank because they will suffer no penalty swapping over. In the replays, please bear in mind my crew training is anywhere from 75 to, they are right now 79%. So obviously the tank would probably perform a little bit better with a fully trained crew. That said, let's get into it.
We've lost the track. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. This vehicle is had it. We didn't even scratch them. Penetration. Ricochet. Enemy armor is damaged. Ricochet. We didn't penetrate their armor. Critical hit. Enemy is hit. We didn't even scratch them. Enemy armor is damaged.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed that little compilation. I think it was a bit of fun. The game's just started and we're heading up the hill. I make a big mistake later on in the game. As you can see, this is an encounter mode, so we've just got the one base that we both have to go for. And I forgot that it's encounter mode, which possibly cost us the game, as you'll see later on. I'll just speed this up a little bit to 2 times. I must say that player was very good not to shoot me there. And I'm beginning to think I'm going to go through this whole game and not be able to fire a shot at anyone.
Critical hit. Enemy armor is
So
hit.
at 309 meters, we can penetrate a tier 1,
Critical hit. Enemy is hit.
but we're out of bullets. We've got to reload, it takes 24 seconds. Probably longer than 24 seconds because my crew isn't fully trained. I decide to move out of there. I'm just speeding it up again to 2 times. Actually, I might go 4 times there. Now back to 2 times. And back to normal speed.
We didn't even scratch them.
And someone else killed that T2. I got a few shots in on that.
Penetration. That one didn't go through.
Another
We
T7.
didn't even scratch them.
He's obviously out of rounds. He's trying to ram me, so he's reloading, which was lucky for us. Now I can see the enemies capping. They're 23% capped, so I'm heading for their cap, aren't I? I see that T7, but I ignore it because I'm trying to get to the cap to stop the cap. Has anyone noticed anything strange? Like maybe the direction I'm travelling in? Yes, I forgot it's encounter. I thought it was standard battle and I'm heading to what I think is the cap. What an idiot. I'm using this truckie for a bit of protection and I see the tank. Ah, this must be the guy who's capping. I still think this is the cap.
Penetration. Enemy armor is
BT2,
damaged.
Russian tank.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor
As you
is
can
hit.
see, this Ranger penetrates the BT2 quite well. And we kill him, and I think, how come the cap hasn't reset? What's going on? I'm going here, so where's the circle? I can't see the circle. Oh no! So now I'm trying to head over to the actual cap. 77%. Oh, somebody just missed us. It was a T18. Lucky he missed us because T18 can one-shot kill us if he's using HE. Now, with this tank too, that you cannot get premium ammo like you can on some tanks. So there's no gold ammo. So you can't increase your penetration because you noticed. Oh, here we go. I've seen some tanks, but I think They're not actually in the circle as far as I can tell. So I was just trying to sneak past them, but they're capped. The end of the game. Here we have the results for that game. Yeah, not a fantastic game, but in this tank it's a good game. What did we do? We came third on experience. And we did okay on damage. Like we might have come second on damage, or second, which is impressive. We lost, unfortunately. Shots fired 155, direct hits 75, penetrations 36, damage 274, hits received 10, of which 3 penetrated. So we did bounce some shots. So we damaged 5 enemies, destroyed 2. Now money wise, 8,000 credits. Now we did get a big bonus that's going at the moment for being in the top 5 for damage, yep, which is more than the money we actually earned. So we would have ended up with 7,500 credits in a normal game. So for a loss, yeah, okay, not a lot of money to be had there. Next game. Alright, the map is Province. We're in our T7 combat car.
Time to roll out.
And away we go. I really don't like starting on this side of the map in Province. It's a much more difficult side to play from. I see this T7 car on our team's gone out, way out in front. It's going to be a bad move, he's going to die, but at least he might spot something for us, so I'm just trying to basically shoot at whatever he spots for me. He's dead already. Here comes his V type B. The wall was in the way a little bit, but that soon got rid of. We've got a few good shots on him. Still got some rounds left, so instead of reloading I decide to just fire them where I think somebody might be. Now I decide to reload, so 25, it's probably more than that, it's probably about a close to 30-second reload with the crew I've got. This is not a bad spot to shelter. Like I say, this side of the map I don't really know of any good spots. Okay, I've reloaded. Just poking out. Can't quite see the tank. There he is.
Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged.
We've got a few hits in there. So we fired 3 of our 5-round clips out of the 10 that we have in the magazine.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
As you can see, I'm scanning back, having a look around to see that guy was coming up from the right there. I'm just assuming he's in front of me there, I just can't see him, so I fire off the rest of my clip, my magazine, and I'm now reloading. Just backing out because I want to see where that there was. I think it was a T1 coming towards me before, and I'm getting smashed from the hill. There's the T1 spotted again. Reload, reload, come on. He's taking his time. Thankfully, I'm reloading. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Reloaded just in time. I don't think he realised that once you get within a certain distance of someone, you automatically get spotted. No matter what you're behind, even if you're behind a building. If you're close enough, you're auto spotted. Plus he was spotted by someone else anyway. So I think he thought he wasn't spotted. So we've used up 15 shots of our 50. Not bothering to reload at this stage. We're getting beaten 3-8, so it's not looking good for me. And I've got people on the hill trying to shoot me. I see a T7 up here.
Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit.
And I run out of ammo. and I'm getting peppered from the hill. I don't think I'm going to be able to reload in time this time. It's going to be too much to ask. But he's taking his time. Maybe he's out of ammo. Oh no, he's coming straight for us. Somebody's hitting me. Oh, come on. Reload. What's he doing? He's not even shooting at me. I don't know. Who was he shooting at? Did he even know I was there? It looked like he was shooting up the hill at those guys. Wow. Oh, okay. I've got that bit of a tree, fallen tree in front of him. Maybe... But he should have just auto-spotted me. I don't understand what happened there. But it's low tiers. Tier 2, I mean, a lot of people, you know, make... yeah, just starting to play the game, so... that's the other thing I forgot to mention earlier on in my review of this tank. This is a premium tank, has premium matchmaking. It only ever faces tier 2. It never goes in tier 3 games. Which is fortunate, because if it did, the gun wouldn't penetrate anything. So yeah, you'll only ever see two tiers, tier 2 tanks and the occasional tier 1 tank like that T1 I hit earlier. It's a bit boring here, isn't it? I might... Oh no, there's a car coming now.
Enemy armor is
Another
hit.
T7.
We didn't even scratch them. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit.
Oh, I ran out of bullets before I could kill him. That was really unfortunate. We bounced a few shots there off the other T7. I really like this mod now that tells you what ammo they're shooting you with. I've noticed even at tier 2 there's some people with these multi-fire cannons that fire premium ammo only. I don't know how much it costs them, but it must cost a bit. Okay, there's T7. I'm hoping I can reload in time. I've now reloaded, you beauty, so I'm just waiting for him to pop out either one side or the other. And I've been hit with HE from a T18. That's not good. Somebody else gets that T7, the cruiser probably.
Let's go.
This is a worry that I got hit with a T18. It means they may be closing it. Uh-oh. Oh, hell. Front on, he knows where I am. I can't do anything. I'm going to have to back up and hope as he comes around a corner I can get the side of his tank or something. Another T18 is coming. I am in big trouble here. Not good. Oh! Hotchkiss. 35. Nails us. And that's a tank we would have trouble penetrating as well. Oh well. Okay, here's the stats screen. We did okay. We've got a couple of kills. Damaged a couple more. So that's pretty good. A defeat though, yet again. And you can see that we finished second for experience. The T18 finished on top, which is pretty good. T18 is the boss of tier 2. We did alright though. We came second on damage and second on experience. That's pretty good. And we fired 190 shots, 81 direct hits for 45 penetrations. That's better than normal for this tank. Damage 341, hits received 30, of which 13 penetrated. So we had quite a bit of light arms fire from T17s and things as well, which we managed to bounce, which was good. Potential damage received, yeah, okay. So we spotted 2, damaged 4, destroyed 2, and we did a little bit of spotting damage, which is all good. Made a bit more money this time. 10,000 we would have made, but in this case we've got the 15,000 bonus, which is great. And experience wasn't too bad for a loss. Pretty good, really. Next game, and this is a great game coming up. Okay, the map is mines. Generally, if I'm in a fairly quick tank, I like to try and take the hill in the center of the map. And that's exactly what I aim to do here. In these low tier games, a lot of people who are new don't know that the center of the map is a very good place to go to. In later games, there's nearly always a fight over who gets to take the hill. So moving straight up there. As you see, the tank's not super fast, but when you get on a hill like this, it doesn't slow down too much. That's pretty good. I'm looking here to see if anyone's coming. There's one tank there now, a cruiser. But fortunately, we've got some other people there that occupy him, so I'm not getting shot in the back.
Penetration.
And I actually get a chance to put some shots into him, which is great. So, looks like we have the hill. trying to see if there's anyone there without exposing too much of my tank. See if it's another T7.
Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
There's a poor bugger in a T7. And he makes a bit of a noob mistake, but you've got to expect it at this tier. And I run out of ammo, so maybe I made a noob mistake. I think everyone else is shooting at me now. So I pull back, get some bit of reload happening. I can see the artillery is just down there within sight, where our T1 is, that T57 there. I'd really love to get rid of that artillery. Our guys are all shooting now, so I don't know if they're hitting it or what they're doing. So I'll line up on it.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
And I see why they can't kill it. We can't penetrate the T57 from here. So now I line up on this M2 light. I'm making sure that I'm far enough behind the bushes that I won't be spotted when I shoot.
We didn't penetrate
But
their
somebody
armor.
shot me anyway.
Lost a track.
There's a bit of a gap in the bushes, that might be why.
Track fixed.
I'm reloading again. Yes, as you'll see, people who are new will hang around in the actual bush and shoot from the bush. Of course, once you start shooting, the camouflage of the value of the bush drops to 15% of its normal camouflage rating. I think that's it. So the best thing to do is sit in the bush to spot, and once you spot, pull back 15 meters and then start shooting. Then they can't see who's shooting at them. Although with rapid fire cannons like this, they can see there's a bunch of bullets coming from from behind that bush, and they kind of know where to shoot, but they can't hit you with any accuracy. It doesn't show up in the replay, but I can actually see him in
Didn't
my
even scratch them.
scope there, that T18. Wasn't getting any hits, and at the end there I just thought I'll fire off the rest of the clip just in case he's there, sort of thing. So it's still pretty even, 5-6. See a T1 coming up, so I'm thinking, oh, well, there's a medium. Waiting for a reload now. Can't quite get the angle I want, so I pop down. Medium 1, so tier 1 tank. No, we're too late, someone else got him. I see a T7 over there. I decide it's too far away, it's not my concern. We've got a T18 defending for some reason. Why a T18 would be defending, I don't know. So he's no problem. He will smash that T7, I have no doubt. We've got a T18 up there on the hill. We've got a couple of panzers looking. What have we got here?
We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy armor is hit. Critical hit.
Well, we had a bit of trouble penetrating him, didn't we, from this range. Ren NC31. We're hitting the sides. All these tanks were hitting, you know, the sides, we're just not getting through, so try the front if we reload in time. I'm not going to even bother shooting at that T18. Nope, someone else got him. Whoops. Bad driving by me. So this T7 guy's got the right idea. He's staying back and shooting. Oh, or is he? So pull forward to spot, pull back to shoot. I can't get an angle on this T2, so I decide to move over here a bit.
That one bounced. Penetration.
Well,
Shame.
we're hitting. I'm trying to go for the cupola because it doesn't seem to be penetrating anywhere else, and I'm getting orange dots everywhere. I don't know what happened. Just nothing penetrated. You probably saw in that little compilation clip I had there a couple of tanks. I was just trying to aim at the cupola, but the cupola didn't seem to be any weaker than any of the rest of the tank. Okay, I'm still reloading. T18. I'm hoping this T2 will come out. I pull back because I'm hoping. Yep, that's it. Now I know the bushes are keeping me in camouflage. So now I know.
Penetration. They did us. Enemy armor is damaged.
Was that the same T2 I couldn't
Enemy
penetrate
armor
a
is
second ago?
damaged.
What the hell's going on? Unless it was just the range was the problem before. Maybe it was just the range that was the issue. I'm reloading, so I'm moving away from this T2 because I don't want to be auto spotted by him. By being so closely, just automatically spots me. So I'm trying to keep away because I'm just worried that, you know, if they know where I am, then people start shooting at me from angles. I don't know where they all are. So he's been killed, which is great. So now we're moving again to do another spot. And then we have that Ren FT thing. We had a lot of trouble penetrating that before. I think we got like maybe 2 penetrations out of a lot of shots we did. Oh, a T7's decided to come up. He didn't have much health left from the look of that. Now, where's this Ren thing? There he is.
Enemy armor is hit.
That is a weird looking tank destroyer
Penetration. Enemy got him.
with bad armor. So there you go. It looks like the range is a big factor with this tank because we had trouble penetrating that one and that other T2 medium at range, and as soon as I got close we were able to penetrate them. So there's a lesson. The enemy has 2 tanks left and we have 3 left, so we're winning. Yay! So I have a medium 2 and a T18. I am worried about the T18. I see the T18. I'll try and get some side shots on it if I can. I don't know if anything will penetrate, but...
We didn't even scratch them.
Well...
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Oh, we got one through. 8 points. And we tracked it. And now we've been hit by that... the medium. Now, I was prepared to risk getting shot at there because I had to try and get the T18, because if he comes up here, I'm in big trouble. I'm now really worried he was tracked. I'm now really worried that his tracks will recover and he'll come up here to get me. So I'm planning my escape. I'm going to sit here, and if he comes at me, I'm going to dive down the hill and try and take off. If he comes past down here, I can shoot at him, or if he comes up the hill, I can dive down the hill. But if I was smart, I would have looked at the sheet and seen that he's already dead. So I think what happened, because I tracked him, our artillery was able to take him out. I'm pretty sure that's what's happened. But I'm still thinking, oh yeah, well, I'm hiding from this T18. I see our T18 going up. They're great, because he's the only one who can really take care of that T18. And I'm thinking, oh, he hasn't spotted him, so what's going on? I still haven't looked to see that the T18's actually dead. But I'm kind of assuming by now that because our T18's right up there, he hasn't spotted him, that he must be dead. I don't know, I just get into the moment and so involved in the game, I forget to look. Sometimes I forget to look at the mini-map as well. Alright, so T18's managed to spot this medium 2 for us.
Penetration. Enemy armor is
And we're unloading. Every shot that hits penetrates from the look of that. So medium 2, at range even. They're Swiss cheese to us. A victory, yay! And as you can see, we've got our mastery badge. Very happy about that, and real good experience earned there too. It was interesting to see there at the end there that British medium 2 was very easy to penetrate at range. So I would say if you're in a T7 and you see a medium 2, just unload on it, because it looks like it has paper for armor. I have driven the medium 2. I had one for a while, and I just can't remember. I think it's basically almost identical to the medium 1, the tier 1 tank. I think it's just the gun's a little bit better. The actual tank even looks almost identical, I think. So that's probably why it was so easy to penetrate. As you can see, we hit a lot of tanks in this game, which was great. It was really enjoyed that game. It was really fun. Oops, get rid of that thingy. And we finished on top for experience. So 615 without premium is quite good in this sort of tier. 3 kills, 533 damage, which is also quite good in this tier. I'm very happy with that. And we can see here we fired 440 rounds. Direct hits with 226 of them. Penetrations 75. And damage 533. Okay, hits received 2. We didn't manage to bounce any shots this time. Spotted 1, damaged 8, destroyed 3. And 105 due to spotting assistance. That was great. So this time our earnings actually equaled the bonus for the being in the top 5. We actually beat it even. So we would have earned about 15 grand, which for tier 2, you know, it's okay. With premium 922 experience, which is fantastic. yeah, there you go. So you can have good games in this tank. You just have to be careful and hope that no one on the other team is really good, because if they're really good, you're gone. Alright. Thank you for watching my review of the T7 Premium Combat Car. I hope you enjoyed it. I know a lot of people sold this tank after playing a couple of games in it, and I was inclined to say myself, I think I'm going to keep it now. Yeah, let me know what you think on the comments. Have you kept it, or did you sell it, or what do you think about it? Thanks for watching. If you wish to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, that'd be great. And if you wish to see more videos like this, please subscribe to ReginaldESQ. Other than that, have fun.